Hey, it's Patrick and Nels here.
Hello.
You may have just found some role-playing game artifacts owned by Brian Goodwin, and I thought we could talk about the ways that this character evolved and actually ended up incorporating a lot of elements of our own super nerdy childhoods.
Oh, yes, that's exactly right.
Like Gladius Sylva here, it was...
Good old Gladius Sylva was actually the very first D&D character I ever made in probably grade 8, maybe grade 9. My very first D&D campaign. Some other friends of mine on the speech team, the speech and debate team, asked me to join their game, and I was very enamored that they invited me. So I had to make a cool character, so I made a half-elf ranger, and because I was a giant dorko and taking a Latin class at the time, I named him Gladius Sylva, which of course means sword of the forest. And I remember when we were initially talking about, like giving Brian kind of this geeky kid personality to contrast with the fact that he's like out in the middle of the wilderness. And I recounted this anecdote about Gladius Sylva. Everybody in the office thought it was quite hilarious. And because I had, for my own edification a while back, rescued that character sheet from like my parents' garage and then scanned it, I was able just to send over a PDF of that scanned character sheet, and then it more or less showed up exactly in the game.
Yeah, these are probably your original die rolls from that fated first campaign.
Oh, it was modified just the tiniest bit to like avoid Wizards of the Coast's Dungeons and Dragons copyright. Otherwise, that is literally just my dude. My favorite thing about Brian's proclivity for tabletop RPGs is in Henry's Tower in Two Forks, you can actually find a map that Brian made that's basically like a D&D-ification of the whole area that you're normally in.
Yeah, I ended up drawing that completely based on my own style of drawing when I was Brian's age. And Nels' age. When he was Gladius Sylva, I was a city kid who moved to a more like suburban, like woodsy area at that age in my life, and I was so shocked to have all this like actual like woodsy terrain around me that I started mapping it with pencil and paper and drawing little legends just like Brian did, kind of turning the area into more of a mythical landscape. So as soon as this character had gelled, I knew that he would see Two Forks this way, and that cash boxes would be treasure chests and the Boy Scout camp would be a halfling village. And so it kind of just wrote itself.
Yeah, totally. That is our tiny tidbit of geek history in Firewatch by way of Brian Goodwin's Gladius Sylva.